So hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's fine. I hope everyone in your household is doing fine. So as you can see from the title of the video, this has to do with my highlighters. At this point, I don't even know how many I have. So I don't know if this video is going to be a decluttering video or a collection video. But I've put all my highlighters, so we're talking about powders, cream if any, liquid highlighters, loose highlighters. I've put them all in this box. And I wanted you guys to see, oh my god, how thick this box is. And where how full the box is, just to give you an idea of the sheer amount of highlighters that I have. Now, I realized earlier on this year that my highlights addiction is getting out of hand, so I kind of put myself on a no buy for highlighters, and I've been good. I've stuck by it. I haven't bought any new highlighters. Some of them have been gifted to me, but haven't purchased any new ones, so this is quite a lot. There will be a few old ones in here, I'm sure, as I've never done a full look into my highlight collection. Just to say, guys, if you don't like the intro, I will put a timestamp for you to fast forward anyway. So, I do realize that this is such a large collection. No one needs such a massive collection. But also remember that I do this as well, like makeup tutorials, reviews and stuff. And plus, I am just an all-over makeup addict anyway and collector. Highlighters and eyeshadow palettes are my biggest, no, I lie, and lipsticks are my biggest weaknesses. I do indulge in them quite often. So for the purpose of this video, if I do declutter anything, it will probably go to friends and family. If it's old, I will trash it. The stuff that I'm keeping, I'll let you guys know. I will do a count throughout so that I can have a full number, but I'm sure you guys already see, because I should either put it on the title or at least on the cover thumbnail. But yeah, at this point, I really don't know how many, and I don't know how many I will be getting rid of. So I am not holding myself to any expectation. Majority of these items were purchased by myself, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So if you guys want to see my highlights collection or declutter then keep on watching, and please keep your comments. Like, I know this is ridiculous and no one needs this amount of highlighter, so I am fully aware, and this is why we're doing these videos, so that we can take into account. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a drink, grab some food. I need to grab a drink because this is going to take a minute. So obviously I can't, can I carry on doing the video like this? I don't know. I want to say obviously I can't carry on doing the video like this, so what I'm going to do is I will take them in chunks and lay them on the table, and then we'll talk about the first batch, and then we bring in another batch, just so that you guys can see the items and you're not overwhelmed, because I'm surely overwhelmed by the look of this. So let me put some on the table and I'll be right back. I hope this is okay. I did dim down the light a little bit because I know we're working with highlighters, and we kind of, if I do swatch them, you kind of want to see the pigment. So we're going to start off with this batch. I do have 2 containers in front of me. The red one would be the ones that I'm either going to declutter, give to friends, just basically get rid of out of my collection, and the white one in batches will be the ones that I'm keeping. So let's start off with what we've got in front of us. So I'm going to start off with these 3 because they're the same family, and these are the Revolution loose highlighters. This one is rose quartz, this is ice diamond, and this is ice diamond, and this is also iced diamond. I never realized that. Interesting. Never realized that it says exactly the same thing, but it's a different color. It has more like a rosy undertone to it. Now, these were supposed to be dupes for the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighters that came out. They are very, very beautiful. Obviously, there is no way I can swatch everything in this collection, because if not, we'll be here forever. But I'm just gonna open it and show you guys the tones. So this one has like a red, beautiful red undertone. This one is supposed to be more golden but pulls off a little silver like, and then this one is like your pure silver. So it is gold, but just not as warm gold as I expected it to be. These highlighters are very pigmented and they work beautifully well with any other highlighter that I have. I really love the formulation. It's very smooth. It isn't chunky or grainy. It applies quite smoothly. You don't feel the texture and it blends really nice. Can sit nicely on its own or be mixed really well with any highlighter. So I am definitely going to keep them. I do use them quite often. As a matter of fact, I actually used one of them in a recent tutorial. So these are a definite keep. And they're very inexpensive, so definitely worth checking out. This highlighter quad is from Beauty of Color. I showcased their eyeshadow palette in my eyeshadow collection. It is very pretty. I really love the collection. I love the unicorn. I love the drawings, the models, well, not the models, but the pictures that they used is very beautiful. It does come with a mirror, protective film, and you've got 4 gorgeous shades. You've got Goddess, Bijou, Jewel, and Siren, and they swatch really nicely. I really like Goddess because it's such a dark golden highlighter, definitely too dark for me, so I use Jewel quite a lot, and I've actually used Siren for like a pinky highlighter. One thing you guys will see from my collection, I do wear colored highlighters a lot. I love it. I love looking like an alien. I love looking really weird. So I don't only rely on golden undertone highlighters. I do reach, you know, I do go quite crazy with my highlighters, but this is such an inexpensive formula as well. The formula is very smooth. The colors are not as blinding in terms of the shine level, but they are there and they're very beautiful, and they do complement melanin skin tone quite nicely. You've also got this color that complements Caucasian skin, and also this color if you're just a dark chocolate melanin Goddess, you can definitely use that color and this one, and plus they mix quite well together to give you such a beautiful color. So yeah, definitely check them out. I have nothing but great things to say about Beauty of Color products. Their colors are very beautiful, packaging is very beautiful, and they are an indie brand. So I am keeping this one basically. Next 4 highlighters are from Double Down Cosmetics. I definitely have more from them, but these 4 are the ones I've got in this batch. This one is the Equation, this one is the Dimension, this one is the Cosmic, and then this one is my collaboration highlighter with them in the Confidence. Now, I absolutely love Double Down Cosmetics products generally because they are vegan, they're cruelty-free, it's gluten-free, it's paraben-free, it's sulfates-free, it's just generally healthy for your skin. And then when you talk about pigmentation from their formula, it is there, like 100%. And my formulation highlighter was just that, like, sun-kissed, I can't talk today, sun-kissed glow. You know, the kind of glow that you have to take a double take to actually see the beauty, and it shines quite beautifully in the sun. Oh, that is what my highlighter looks like, in case you're interested. And then the Dimension, ooh, it has like a peachy undertone to it, which is very beautiful, as you guys can see. Like, their highlighters are very pigmented, and you only need a little bit at a time to really shimmer. I do have a discount code for them if you are interested in purchasing any of Double Down Cosmetics products. It will be linked in the description box below, but I am keeping all of them because I do use them regularly, not only on YouTube but also on Instagram and also in real life, just because the quality of their products is fantastic. So definitely keeping. So the next 4 are from Wet n Wild, and these are their Mega Glow highlighting bars. These were sent to me by a lovely subscriber. I absolutely appreciate you. This was sent to me from America. I haven't used 3 of them, I believe. I have swatched one and I've used one, but I haven't used the rest. And I do appreciate every single product that anyone sends me or takes the time to purchase, because living here in the UK, especially if you're a makeup addict, it is very difficult to get your hands on like some really premium products, and Wet n Wild has just been one of those products that we are getting, like the really old stock here in the UK, and it will be nice to really get like the new shit, if you guys know what I mean. For the most part, they are very beautiful. I haven't really used them because why? Because they've just not been in reach. So this one is a highlighting gold bar, and this one is a, do they have separate shade names? Yeah, so this is gold bar, this is bronze bar, rose gold bar, and platinum bar. So this is gold bar, and for the most part, if I remember, it is very smooth. It isn't chunky or chalky. It is quite smooth. It glides on quite nicely. I haven't used them as much as I should, just because they're not in easy view. So I'm gonna swatch all four, and then I'm gonna decide which ones I'm keeping, because I can definitely gift one or two to friends or family. So one second. Right, so I'm definitely gonna keep the gold bar one because it matches my skin tone quite nicely. This one is called the bronze bar. It's a bit too dark for me, so I'm going to declutter this one. And then these two I haven't opened, but this is platinum bar, so which means it'll be more icy, and I do love my icy highlighters. Rose gold bar, I think I'll declutter this one because I feel like it would be a really good everyday wear for someone who doesn't really wear highlighters, so I will declutter this. And I will keep this one. The next two are from Artist Couture, and I remember purchasing this when Jackie Aina came out with her collection. So I bought the, you know, the white Jackie Aina box that featured her highlighter and a series of other Artist Couture highlighters. I also popped in some other full-size highlighters, and I think I was gifted another one as well. So I do have quite a bit. So one is the Le Bronze highlighter by Jackie Aina, and you guys know what this thing looks like. Like, it was the craze. No one really talks about it as much, and I wonder why. The only thing I would say about this highlighter is that it can feel a little grainy, but it is still very beautiful, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. The second color is called Yas, which is more icy, if I remember. Yeah, it is quite icy, and I don't really reach for this at all. Actually, I don't think I've reached for it in the last 6 months at least, so I am going to declutter this one, but I'll keep the Jackie one. Right, so the next four are from eUnique Beauty. eUnique is also another indie brand, and I showcased a lot of their eyeshadows in my eyeshadow collection. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will link the playlist in the description box below. But they sent me these five highlighters when I first started my out as an influencer, as a content creator. They are one of the brands that reached out to me and really supported my dreams. I do hold a sentimental attachment to them. Aside from that, the products themselves are really nice, and I do use them. These two are really weird, beautiful highlighter colors. I actually have used this one as an eyeshadow before, and this one is the Twire color, and it's very beautiful, very iridescent, and I know I've used this in a look before. And then this one is Twinkle. Twinkle gives off like a purple undertone, and this is about the only like purple undertone type of highlighter that I have for when I want to create like unicorn looks. And then I've got Gliss. Gliss is such a gorgeous everyday shade. I actually think I have two of it. Yeah, I do have two Gliss. The shades. So this is what Gliss looks like, and it's so beautiful. The gold is so beautiful, and honestly guys, you need only the tiniest bit. I'm definitely going to keep them. Aside from the fact that they are amazing products, I do hold a sentimental attachment to the brand. So I'm going to be keeping all 4. And then I know I have a new one. So I will, do I want to hoard it? I think I'm going to keep it as well, just because of the sentimental attachment. And the great thing about loose highlighters is that they take a really long time before they expire. I just have to bring it forward in my collection and use them more often. But I do love the brand, and I do have a discount code if you guys are interested in shopping with with eUnique Beauty. Just use my name and you get 10% off even on sale items. And honestly guys, Gliss is such a gorgeous color. I do have another highlighter, I just need to find it in the collection, but honestly guys, their products are freaking bomb. Next one is this Caron Cosmetics loose shimmer powder, and this one is in deep bronze. I used this once in a tutorial, but honestly guys, it is just way too dark for me. Like, I've just been hoarding it, like no reason to have it, it's just way too dark for me. So I am gonna declutter it. Aside from the color, it's such a beautiful bronzy shimmer powder. Can use it as a body bronzer, you can use it as a highlighter. It's just way too dark for me, so I am gonna declutter it. And then from Chantilly Cosmetics, I've got the Honey Bunches highlighter. This is their Glow Dust, and I got this in I believe in a subscription box from a brand. They wanted me to try out their products. I did use this highlighter once, but I think I felt like it was just too shiny, and plus it has loads of like it feels like it has loads of glitter in it. It's not grainy or anything, it's quite smooth, but the level of gold is just a bit too gold. But nonetheless, the brand itself makes really nice eyeshadow palettes. I haven't tried any of their eyeshadows, but their products look really good, and they are indie. So I am gonna keep this one. I just need to use it a bit more often. I'm definitely gonna keep the NYX Cosmetics Born to Glow illuminating powder. I've used this recently in a video. I love the consistency. It's such a beautiful gold formula, and it glides on quite smooth, and it works really well with any other highlighter. And this shade is in Warm Strobe, and I just love it, so I'm definitely keeping that. Next one is the Makeup Shayla collaboration, and this one is in Booming. I did pick up the whole set from the collaboration, and I believe there is another highlighter, but there is one I prefer to the other. So I think this might be the one I prefer. So this was the one that is really gold. I don't know what the other one looks like. I need to swatch it when I find it. But I am going to keep both because it is a limited edition collaboration. So yeah, the collector in me is telling me to keep it, so I am going to keep that one. And then next I've got another indie brand highlighter, and this one is New Cosmetics, and this is the Athena Shimmer. Again, I've used this recently in a video, and oh god, it is so blinding. So blinding. God. Honestly, this one and the Chantilly are just about the same level of gold, but this one just ramps it up even more. It reminds me of the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife if it was loose. Very pretty. It's about the only highlighter in my collection that has this kind of level of gold, and I use it as an eyeshadow sometimes, and I also mix it into my moisturizer if I want an all over chest glow or body glow. If you guys didn't know, you could do that with your loose highlighters. Mix it into your moisturizer if you want to give your chest or your arms or your legs a really nice glow. It will look really natural, so I am going to keep this one. So the next one is from Colourpop Cosmetics. I don't think I've used this in a long time, but this is the Super Shock Cheek Pearlized in shade High 5. I don't even know if it still performs. I don't know why I purchased this, but honestly guys, it is so underwhelming. And I honestly don't like the formula of the Super Shock shadows from Colourpop, so this one will be good for someone who really isn't into highlighters and you just kind of like want just a little bit of topper on top of your blush, you know, just to give a little bit of a glow, which isn't me. I love my highlighters, so this is just a bit underwhelming, so I will declutter that one. And then this one is new. This is the Heartbreakers highlighter in Wise from I Heart Revolution. I haven't used this. I recently got this in PR. I'm gonna swatch both shades together, and it looks like it's a beautiful gold shade. Again, isn't really blinding, but it looks like it would work well underneath one of the loose highlighters, so I'm gonna keep it for now just because I haven't had a chance to actually use it in a video. Right, so I took the liberty of opening up all the Jeffree Star highlighters that were here, and at this point with the Jeffree Star highlighters, I feel like they're more collector items than what I use them for. There are two shades that I've used quite recently and I do use quite a bit, and you can tell from the way this one looks. This is King Tut. Yep, this is King Tut, and King Tut is the perfect, honestly guys, regardless what anyone says, it's the perfect highlighter. It's just absolutely stunning, blends easily, and is very, very beautiful. So I am gonna keep this one. The second one that I use quite often, just because of how weird it is Lavender Snow, and it is the purple, the one with the purple undertone to it. Oh god, it's like so beautiful. It gives off that kind of like purple undertone with the iciness of the highlighter, so I'm definitely going to keep this one because it is very unique, and it's quite difficult to find this shade in a compact. This one I don't use just because it's very dark. If you guys can see, I only ever swatched it and I realized quickly how dark it is. I don't go too dark in the summer, so this still doesn't even work for me even in the summer. I'm gonna swatch it just so you guys can see what I mean. It's very beautiful, but it's just way too dark for me, so I'm gonna consider this one. And this one, I just don't like the type of gold that it is. It's like, you know, those like dirty type of gold. I've used it maybe once or twice, but the type of gold it is just not up my alley. It's like dirty gold type of highlighter, so I'm not too sure about that. This one I only ever use during Halloween. It is very beautiful. Again, gives like a teal undertone, but it's very difficult to find a highlighter like this one, so I will keep this. This one is Peach Goddess, I think. Yeah, Peach Goddess. And for the most part, I actually thought I would love this one because it has like a peachy undertone. I thought it would give me like a rose gold finish, but it's more silvery than anything, you know. So I'm not sure about this one. This one I definitely want to keep. I haven't used it, but it is in Nefri, and just because Jeffree Star and Nathan have broken up and I don't think they will ever get back together, I'm gonna keep this as a collector item. I've only ever swatched it once. It's not looking really good, is it? It's looking like I'm keeping them all. Let's see. So these three are the ones that I'm on the fence about. And as I said, guys, I think at this point it's more like a collector thing than... It's more like a collection thing. I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but then I'm realizing that I am a collector and a hoarder. I'm gonna put these in a maybe pile, just because I don't want to deal with answering it right now. But I'm gonna keep these four for sure, and I'm gonna put these in a maybe pile. So this is the next batch, and I hope you guys understand that there is no way I can swatch everything because right now I am glowing. So I'm just going to start off with this one. This is the Technique Mega Glow Highlighter. Now I don't have many items from Technique anymore, just because as a brand they were a bit standoffish with me, and it just became a like begging for products from them, as opposed to all the great content that I produced for them, and it just wasn't a really nice relationship. So I don't have a lot of their products anymore, but I do have this one, which is the one I loved the most, and this is the Technique Mega Glow highlighter. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I've raved and I've rocked the hell out of this highlighter. You can tell from these two shades that I have really spent some time using this highlighter and promoting it, and it is a really good highlighter. Especially for drugstore, it is super affordable and it is very blinding. So if you are on the lookout for a highlighter, these two shades obviously don't match me, but they're not made for me, are they? They're really light. Even for me that I like silver, these are more borderline white. But if you are on the lookout, definitely check this out. I think this was £4 if I remember clearly, but just because I don't really have anything from Technique anymore, I am gonna keep this one. Next is this one. Now this is very old. This is one of the first products that I ever bought from Revolution, and this is, see, all the name is gone. This is the Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in Rock On World, and I remember I used the filth out of this. You can see the dip. And I remember when I purchased the Ruby Kisses one, which I'll come on to in a bit, I just felt like they were similar, so I was gravitating more towards the Ruby Kisses one as opposed to the Revolution. But this guy is super old, but it still performs beautifully. Like, it just feels really nice on the skin. But just because it is old, I am going to declutter it, most likely trash it. So I'll put that in the declutter pile. And just because I talked about the Ruby Kisses one, this is the all over bronzing powder from Ruby Kisses, and I liked it, but it's just way too orange for me. Like, my undertone is more yellow as opposed to like a red undertone. It is super pretty, but it just doesn't work for me, so I'm gonna declutter it. And then this one is super old as well, but it is an oldie and a goodie, and this is the Tarte Exposed Highlight, the Amazonian Clay Highlighter. Oof. And she is old, but she is very beautiful, and I use this quite a lot in a lot of my looks, and she still performs quite nicely. It is a great travel highlighter, so I am gonna keep it. And it still smells, oh, it still smells beautiful as well. The next mini that I've got is the Becca highlighter. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I don't have a lot of Becca products. I've got this one, and then I've got Champagne Pop, and that's about it. So I definitely want to keep it. I do use this quite often, and I do travel with it quite a bit, so I am gonna hang on to this little guy. I say I'm not going to swatch anything, and then I just keep swatching. The next one is definitely a declutter, and this is the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. Now, I just don't get this formula. Like, it is pretty when you do blend it on the skin, but I just don't get it. Like, wobble. I just don't get it. So just because I don't get it, I don't use it. So I'm going to declutter that one. And then I've got 4 more shades from the Artist Couture set, which was the collaboration set with Jackie Aina. And then I've got them in, what's this one? Double Take, Sugar Daddy, Conceited, and Illuminati. I'm not even gonna lie. Have I really? I mean, I've used them. I used them when they first came out. But am I like gagging or dying? No. It's the same with the Jackie Aina one. It does have like, it feels like it has flecks of glitter in it. It isn't grainy. It is smooth. But I will just keep them. Ah! It clearly doesn't want to be kept, but I am going to keep them just because they came in a collection, and I haven't really given them the light of day, so I will keep them. And the second one is the Colourpop collaboration with Shayla. I did tell you guys that it came with 2 highlighters, and this one is in Pose, I don't know. This is a darker one, and this is what it looks like. It is quite dark actually now that I swatch it. I know though I didn't really love the second one, and the first one worked better for me, so I think I'm going to declutter this, in as much as it is a limited edition highlighter. I want to be able to use it. It doesn't look like I will be able to use that, so I am going to declutter that one. And then I've got this highlighter from I Heart Revolution, and this is the Marshmallow Heart. I haven't used this. This is actually quite new, and she is super pretty. I don't really want to swatch her, so I'm gonna keep her. Next is another Double Down cosmetics product, and this one is another collaboration with a beautiful influencer called Delaney. If you guys aren't following her, definitely follow her. And this is her Diamond Glow highlighter. I absolutely love it. I love it. It is very beautiful and very unique. So it looks quite white, but then when you put it on your skin and blend it, oh, it gives that beautiful gold with a slight green undertone to it. Again, I don't really have anything in my collection like it, and I absolutely love Delaney and I love Double Down Cosmetics, so I am going to keep it. Again, still have a discount code so you guys can check it out. And this one is my least favorite from Double Down Cosmetics, and this one is the Status. It's my least favorite because it's not as blinding as the rest, but it is still beautiful. It's just not as blinding, so, but I will keep it just because I love the brand and I love the products that they produce. Oof, let's hope we're getting somewhere with this. Next 4 are these. They're actually supposed to be 3. I wonder why I have 4. I must have a duplicate somewhere. One of it must be a duplicate, guys. Like, I am so bad. Spectacles. So these 2 are the same thing. So these 3 came in the MUA Academy launch, the glow launch. I showed the bronzer in my bronzer and blush video, and don't really like the bronzer because it doesn't match me. It's the same scenario for 2 of the highlighters. The liquid illuminators are quite nice. I really love the dropper. I love the consistency. I love the shades. It's just one shade matches me more than the other 2, and that's the one that I use more often. And obviously it's the one in Spectacle, if I can get something. Yes, the one in Spectacle kind of matches me way more than the other 2. This one's really light, like super light. So that's the one that matches me because it has more of the bronzy gold undertone. The other 2 are meant for lighter skin, so I don't really use them, but I do use these 2 quite often. So I am going to declutter these 2. And then I'm going to keep these 2 because they do run out quite quickly. So I'm going to declutter these 2, and I'm going to keep these guys. And I am making it a point to use my illuminators more often. This one hasn't even been opened, but I have used this one quite a bit. And then the next 2 are from Gerard Cosmetics, and this is their BB Plus illuminators. And I've got them in shade Dorothy and Bridget. Now these are the 2 shades that match me quite well from Gerard Cosmetics. I am going to keep both. I do use both of them in my videos, so definitely keep. I need to sort this out because it's getting out of hand now. And then the next one is from Nip and Fab, and this one is Ice Queen, and this is a liquid gold what? Illuminator, highlighter, I don't know. Ooh, she's pretty thick. She's pretty though. Yee. Ooh, that is beautiful. My goodness. I wasn't ready for that. That is beautiful. I have never used this, guys. Like, I will not even lie to you. I have never used this, but this is stunning. Definitely keeping this, and I need to use it, definitely. So I'm going to clear this away so that I can have some more space for the next batch of items. So be right back. Now, who remembers the next one? This one, when it came out, everyone lost their shit and everyone was trying to get it. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Sun in the City highlighter. I've used this a couple of times and I do love it. But what I love the most and what I love looking at the most is the pattern. Oh God, it's the most beautiful thing ever. It just looks so luxurious and it's so pretty. I don't want to swatch it because I don't want to get into swatching everything, but it's so stunning. So I am definitely keeping this. Definitely keeping this. Next one is the Profusion Highlight Makeup Case. Similar to Technique, I don't really have any more Profusion stuff. They were one of the brands that I really was excited to work with, and I was one of their pro fans. Like, I was creating looks and really using their products and promoting them, and then they kind of like move on to bigger influencers and they just drop you and forget about you. So I haven't been using their products, and I've actually gifted my sisters a lot of their products, but I did hang on to this one because it is a very beautiful highlighter case, but I don't reach for it, I don't use it. So I am going to declutter it. So it needs to go. This next one is a collector's item, and this is the Mariah Carey X MAC. I've used this quite a bit, but it's like the body highlighter, body bronzer. Packaging super beautiful. It sits on my vanity. Definitely keeping. The next one I haven't used, and this is the Revolution Iced Diamond Highlighter, and this is the compact version of the loose highlighter that I showed you guys earlier. The one that is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. I definitely love it. Love the packaging. This was sent to me over Christmas, so it was meant to sit on my tree quite nicely. So I am gonna keep this because it is a very nice like ornament, and packaging is super pretty. So I'm gonna keep this. So this is the next batch of highlighters. So in no particular order, I'm going to go in with this tiny one first. So this is the Ofra Blissful highlighter. I recently got this maybe a couple of weeks ago. I've used this a couple of times, and we know that Ofra highlighters are blinding, so it isn't going anywhere. I'm definitely keeping. Next is the I Heart Revolution Vanilla Frosting. I haven't used this. It is very new, so I am going to be keeping this one. I don't know if you guys want me to swatch it, but I'm going to swatch it anyway because, ooh, that is blinding. So I'm definitely going to be keeping it. It has like a pink, peachy undertone to it, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Next is this MUA Academy Shimmer Highlight Powder. You guys would have seen this. Like, this is an OG highlighter. I remember back in the day, this thing used to be about £3 or £2 or something like that. I definitely love it. And this one is in Radiant Cashmere. So I am going to keep it because I don't have that many MUA Cosmetics highlighters. Next one is this Technique Highlights Powder in Pink Sparkle. I know I used this in a couple of looks, but I mean, I'll show you guys what it looks like. I do like the design of it. It's very pigmented, very affordable. Technique products are generally really affordable, really good value for money. So I am gonna declutter this because I don't use it. And then again with Technique, this is their, what's this one? Virtuoso highlighter. I don't even think I've swatched or used this. It has like a crescent moon and stars on it, and it is silver. I'm just gonna swatch on top of the moon. Ooh, that is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna keep this because this might be the only like pure silver highlighter that I have, and I might want to do some looks during Halloween, so I'm gonna keep that one. Next is this Revolution strobe highlighter, and I love this highlighter. Oops. I love it. You guys can see I've used it. It gives off like a green undertone to it, which is super pretty. Again, it's one of those like weird, unique, alien type of highlighters, so I'm definitely gonna keep that one. And in case you were wondering, the strobe highlighter is called Flash from Revolution, so I'm gonna keep that. The next one from Technique is Peach Candy, and peach undertone. Again, it looks like the pink in terms of the shape. I'm gonna declutter it because yeah, I've got loads of peach undertone highlighters. Next one is an OG. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome metallic highlighter. I remember for the longest time I couldn't get it in stores here, so I actually asked my friend to get it for me from America, and I used it a couple of times in my video, but I just find that I have to swirl my brush quite a bit to get the payoff. But once you get it, it's very beautiful, very blinding. Again, same with the rest of them. I don't have that many products from Maybelline, especially when it comes to highlighters, so I'm definitely going to be keeping this one, just because I don't have that many products from them, just generally. Yeah, that's my rationale. Next one is from Sleek. I've actually got two products from Sleek. One is the, what's this one? Cleopatra Kiss highlighter, and this one is in Precious Metals. So these are the highlighters that have cream and powder. And this is kind of like what they look like. Very pretty. I'm drawn more to this one than this one. This one has more creams than the matte. So these three are creams, and then you've got this matte highlighter, which is a bit underwhelming. So I'm going to declutter this one, and I'm going to keep the Cleopatra Kiss. Right, so this is the I Heart Revolution Fondue Highlight Palette. She is such a cutie palette. You've got a mirror. This is a beautiful shade. This is more like an icy shade. I am going to keep it just because it is very compact and easy to travel with, easy to use. So we're going to keep this one. Next one, I've definitely used this recently in my video, and this is the Thin Lizzy, what's this one called? Highlighter Trio. Luminous Light. So it's the Thin Lizzy Luminous Light Highlighter Trio. Thin Lizzy is another Unspoken brand. I found them on Instagram, and their products are amazing. I've featured a lot of their products in some Instagram videos. I've used their brushes. The quality is amazing. And guys, I definitely have to swatch this for you guys because you need to see the beauty that is this highlight. Like, what? I'm sure at this point all the highlighters are beginning to look the same, but trust me when I say that the quality is there. It feels super smooth, and you only need the tiniest bit. Plus the compact is so pretty, and it has a mirror, so I am definitely keeping that one. Next is the Black Op Beauty by JJ collaboration. She came out with collaboration highlighters with Black Op. I want to say it's going almost 2 years, if not 2 years by now. And there are two shades in the collaboration. This one is the darker one, and this is shade 2. There is shade 1 that has more shades suited for lighter skin tones, but I especially love this shade and this shade. I haven't used much of these two, but these shades work really well with my skin tone and darker. The quality is there, super pigmented, very smooth, and very easy to use. You can apply it wet, you can apply it dry, and it's just a very beautiful collaboration highlighter. Definitely keeping. I use that one quite often. The next are from MUA Cosmetics, and I'm sure these are like duplicates somewhere. But these are the highlight kits, and this one is Golden Kiss. Yeah, this is Golden Kiss as well. And then this is Golden Delights. So I've got these two. Both of them say Golden Kiss, but both of them don't look the same. They're quite different in terms of the color. It would help if I opened it. So they both say Golden Kiss, but the only thing that is the same is this bottom highlighter. And it doesn't really look the same on camera, but it's different. I've used the two of them clearly, and I love these highlight kits. I think they work really well. Super affordable. Love this range from MUA Academy. Definitely worth checking out. Very affordable. And these are the light luster highlight kits in... No, I'm the one already wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. These two are the ones that are the same. I knew that was strange. So these two are Golden Delights. Like, literally, I'm hungry. I need to go and find some food. And they look exactly the... Yeah, now it makes sense. They look exactly the same. This one came in the limited edition glow packaging. This was when they released this collection. And this is in their standard packaging. Both of them I use. I still do loads of videos for MUA Academy, so I'm going to keep them. Sometimes they want us to use the normal packaging just so that you guys can see that you can purchase it and it isn't just based on limited edition. So just for that purpose, I'm going to keep them both. I use the two of them, so no love lost there. And the second color is the Golden Kisses one. And this one is more suitable for lighter skin tone, but this shade is really super pretty on my skin tone. So I'll swatch this one for your viewing pleasure. And as you guys can see, it is very pigmented, very pretty on my skin. These two, not so much. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep it anyway, just for the purpose of the videos that I do for MUA Academy. Next is this Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette from Revolution Pro. I know this came in other shades, and the other shades didn't really work for me. I know I reviewed the shade Up from this one, and I said that I didn't like the color because it didn't work for me. So they sent me this darker shade that I actually haven't opened, but it looks like it would work. I haven't tested it, so I am gonna keep that one. And next is this highlighter from I Heart Revolution, and this one is the I See You. This came out in Halloween last year, and it is so pretty. I hope the light isn't washing it out, but it's so pretty. I honestly don't want to swatch it, and the pattern is so nice. It's supposed to look like an iris with all the veins and everything. It is pretty, and it does have a mirror, so I am gonna keep it, but I'll probably chuck the packaging, but I am gonna keep that one. These two are from Perfect Shades Cosmetics. I talked about their eyeshadow compacts in my eyeshadow video, and I did tell you guys that in the same type of packaging they had these highlighters. So just need to get it out. Right, these two highlighters are some of the most beautifully pressed highlighters I have ever seen in terms of design. Look, oh, don't want to do that. Look at the beauty. They both have a mirror, and they both say you look nice today, which is such a nice positive affirmation on a mirror. But the patterns are so pretty. This one is more icy but has a blue undertone, and this one, when you mix it, it ends up being like a peachy highlighter, like just like a peachy undertone. Both are super pretty. Love the compact. I use them, and I am definitely keeping them. The next is this little Sayate London Glow 2 highlighter. Haven't opened it. I can't remember where I got this from, but it's a cute little compact highlighter. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried much from Sayate London, so I am gonna keep it, and I am going to test it. Just because I don't really have, I don't really have anything from them. so it would be worth testing. And this one is in shade Moonlost, so it's very little anyway, no harm done. And then these three are from Revolution Pro, and these are their highlighting potions. I featured this on my Instagram. We're actually taking product shots of them, and they're very nice formula. This one's obviously, because it's darker, is more suitable for my skin tone, and it blends beautifully. But the thing that I love the most about them is that it blends really finely, so you kind of get that your skin but better type of look. It isn't overpowering, and it doesn't turn your skin into like a mess. So if I swatch the lightest shade, you guys can see how well it will blend into my skin and give me like that luminous glow as opposed to being overpowering. So can you see how my skin just naturally glows? And that's kind of like why I have all three and I haven't decluttered them. They work really well, and I use them in videos, and it just gives your skin that extra luminous feel. So the lightest one is in Rose Quartz, and then you've got Gold Elixir, and then you've got this one, which is Molten Amber. Molten Amber is really good if you're my shade and darker. But either way, all three work really well. It's just how you blend it into your skin. You can also mix it into your foundation if you don't want to apply it first. So I'm definitely keeping them. The last one in this set is the Glow Motions Real Sunset Glow Oil, and I love this guy. It smells divine. Honestly, it smells like money. I don't know, it just smells really nice. It smells really nice. It's really refreshing. I recently used this in my video that just went up, so absolutely love this. I'm keeping it. It's so nice. It gives that kind of like your skin but better on your body. It is a body glow oil, and you're just supposed to rub it on and smell amazing and look amazing, and it is amazing. So I love it. So I'm gonna clear all the stuff that I'm keeping away so that I can have an empty area for the next batch. Let me just tell you guys where we're gonna have problems. When it comes to my ABH palettes and my Pixie palettes, that's where we're gonna have issues. So fingers crossed this goes well. I'm not holding my breath. Let me go with the easier one. So these two are my Gerard Cosmetics highlighters. These are my star powders, and this one is in Lucy and this one is in Marilyn. There was a time in my life when I had all of them, but obviously not all of them work for me, so I have decluttered this quite significantly now that these ones work really well for me. So this one is Lucy, which is a darker tone, and this one is Marilyn. You can tell it's been batched because I love it so much, which is more of the golden tone. So these two highlighters out of the full collection of star powders are the ones that work for me. I absolutely love them, and I will be keeping them. I love Gerard Cosmetics products. They're everything, so I am definitely keeping those two. Next is this Revolution Rose Quartz highlighter. Again, this is a compact for the loose highlighter I showed you guys at the very beginning. I am gonna keep this because it is beautiful, very beautiful. It is 3D, if you guys can see. It's super pretty, and it is very pigmented. Well, not really pigmented, is it? It's not very pigmented. I thought it was. I thought it mimicked like the iced one. To be fair, I haven't used this one much. It's not very pigmented, so I am gonna declutter this. Yeah, I need to stop hoarding shit. I'm gonna declutter that one. And then these two are from NYX, and this is the Sprinkle Town highlighter. So this is Sprinkle Town highlighter in Poppin' Rock. And again, this is one of those like weird colored highlighters. The undertone is purple. It is pretty. It's compact. I don't have many of these in compact, so I am gonna keep this. And then the second one is in Cinnamon Spice, and this one has more of like a golden undertone. Very, very pretty. and with a shift of green. So I am going to keep that one because I just love weird highlighters. I love them. They're so pretty. I do. Next is this Black Up highlighter. I showed you guys the eyeshadow palette that kind of looks like this, that came with the release of the highlighter. But the highlighter palette is just called highlighting palette. So Black Up, and the colors are very, very pretty. These two shades are your perfect golden undertone. This is like when you've tanned a little bit more and you've got that, like, your melanin is darker, this shade will work really well. This is like for everyday golden type of highlights. Love these two shades. So if you're more into like color for your highlight, this gives off more of like a red undertone. Plus you can put it on top of your blush. If you're not really into highlighter, you can put these two on top of your blush, just ever so lightly, to give you a flush of light on your blush. But needless to say, the packaging is super pretty, comes with a mirror, and I just love the Aztec Ankara type of feel to it. So I am gonna keep that one. And then this one is the limited edition Urban Decay Game of Thrones highlight palette. I got the eyeshadow palette when it came out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Game of Thrones lover. Never watched a single episode, like never. And I'm not really into it. I mean, I do love mythical and fantasy, but the hype around it was just way too much. But I do love the eyeshadow palette, and so they had a deal with the highlighter, and so I picked it up and I absolutely love it. These two shades are super, super pretty. This one, again, if you just want like a wash of color, you can use it ever so slightly. I like to mix them and it just gives me that unique color. Very, very pretty. I don't know if you guys can still get this, but honestly, I'm so happy I bit the bullet and I purchased it because it is very pretty. And then next is this highlighter palette from Revolution, and this one is the Precious Stones Rose Quartz highlighter. Again, this came out during the Christmas time, and this is, to me, like one of the best Revolution highlighter palettes that I have currently in my collection, just because the colors, just look at that one. Okay, and then we know Revolution is good for highlights. Like, they make really, really good highlighters. And then this color is just so unique. It's like orange undertone, and then the palette itself is so pretty, and it's super affordable. So, and it's so soft, and it just blends beautifully into the skin. So if you are looking for an affordable highlighter palette from Revolution, if you can still pick this one up, definitely worth checking out. And this one is the Precious Stone Rose Quartz. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. Pop that here. I'm really pussyfooting around my ABH palettes and stuff. So let's go with this one. This is the Vegas Nay by what's this? Lamia. I can't. This is just the Vegas Nay palette. This collection came with lipstick, liquid lipstick or lip gloss, an eyeshadow palette, and then this highlighter palette. I've already decluttered the eyeshadow palette, like I've given it to a family member. Don't get me wrong, I didn't purchase the collection. I purchased the perfume, and this came with the perfume as a collection. So have I used this? Have I swatched it? No, I haven't done anything with this. And I'm going to keep it that way. So I am going to declutter this because obviously I don't need it. I'm going to give it to someone that's going to use her and love her. Where to go next? So this one is the Revolution collaboration with Roxy. There is a eyeshadow palette that I don't have, I believe. I believe there is an eyeshadow palette. But anyway, this is the highlight and contour palette. Oh god, I love this. I've talked about this in one of my favorites video. I actually should have shown this in my bronzer and contour collection video, but because I use more of the contour than the highlights. It's crazy, isn't it? This shade is so beautiful on the skin, and this one gives you more of like that chiseled contour because it's cooler tone. But this one you can get away with as a bronzer. It is a contour palette, don't get me wrong, but you can get away with this shade just because it's slightly warmer. And then these two highlighter shades are just ever so beautiful. I've used them, I love them. This palette was well put together by her. I love the fact that she kept the top roll kind of like for lighter skin tone, and then the darker roll for like darker skin tone. It's so smart, so ingenious, and I love this palette. So I am keeping. And then the next I Heart Revolution palette I have is the Praline palette. Again, I've talked about this on my Instagram. I've raved about it. Absolutely love it. It has a beautiful blush shade in there. Again, I should have shown this in my collection video, but sorry guys. This one is called Ripple, and this is such a beautiful contour shade as well, called Temper. This is a beautiful highlight shade. I'm going to swatch this one because you guys need to get into it. Like, look at that. It's so beautiful. The undertone is not too light, not too dark, and it kind of like just glows and it glides onto the skin really, really nicely. And I really like this one as well, called Bon Bon. It has like a pink frosted kind of look. So apply your blush, apply this on top, and it's so beautiful. So if you guys haven't checked this one out, definitely check it. I love this one as well, and so I am definitely keeping. Right, I'm not going to do my ABH palettes yet. No, I'm not doing them yet because there's a lot. Let's do this one. So this one is the Be Perfect collaboration palette with Mitchell. I love Mitchell. Like, his stuff is amazing. His work is amazing. And this is his collaboration palette with Be Perfect. I have used and abused this guy. Absolutely love this palette. It's such a beautifully put together palette. This color called Body Oddy Oddy, beautiful. OTT and lifestyle mixed together, gorgeousness. Babley, beautiful. And I love the fact that you can use it as a topper on top of a highlighter because they are that pigmented, like literally that pigmented. They're that bitch. They are that bitch. Yes. These colors, gorgeous. I haven't used the MMM one. I've used in blankets on top of OTT just to give it a little bit more pop. But this palette, I can't fault it. It comes with a big mirror. Love the packaging, and I just love everything about it. So I'm definitely keeping that one. The next one is the Elixir highlighter kit. I showed you guys the eyeshadow palette in my eyeshadow collection, but it is from an indie brand. And I can't remember what I thought about this. I know I used it quite a lot back then, and oh, so pretty. And I reviewed it, but I can't remember what my thoughts are. The colors are very, very soft to touch, which I absolutely appreciate in a highlighting palette, because obviously you want it to be soft. Oh god, it is beautiful. The colors are stunning. And then you've got this one called Gold Rush. If anything, it's a little bit too soft and quite crumbly in the palette, but it is beautiful. Especially that color is stunning. I am going to keep this. I just need to use it more because it's such a beauty. And this one is the Elixir highlighter kit. Ooh, I love it. So next two are from Bella Pierre, and these are their glowing palettes. So this is glowing palette 2 and this is glowing palette 1, and this is what they look like. This one is more of like your everyday type of wear, and this one is everyday with pops of color in it. I'm gonna swatch this blue one because I can't really remember what it swatched like, what it looked like. I doubt I even used it a lot. It is pretty. It's not blinding. It's not crazy blinding. I don't really have much from Bella Pierre, and sometimes I like to do looks with their products, especially with the eyeshadow palette that I have. I do like this color. I wonder if it's the same as the one in there. Let's see. Do they have the names at the back? No, no names at the back, but it kind of looks similar, doesn't it? But it's probably lighter. So I'm gonna leave these as maybes, and I'll come back to them at the end because I'm not sure. I know I don't want to keep both of them, but I think I am going to want to combine some of those shades into one palette for the ones that I'm going to use. So I'll put them in a maybe pile over there. And let's tackle the Pixie palettes. So I've got these two Pixie palettes, and these are their Pixie Glow Cake palettes. This one is called Pink Champagne Glow, and this one is called Gilded Bear Glow. And I remember I was really underwhelmed with these. They are pretty in the pan, especially this one, but it just didn't come off as well on me. Yeah, I remember they were a bit dusty. Didn't really come off well. I didn't really enjoy the palette, so I am gonna declutter. Definitely gonna declutter this one. Let me swatch the other one, see how I feel. Because you know when you're used to the Pixie Glow, and these ones are like, they just don't suit my skin tone, so I'm gonna declutter these two. They just don't suit my skin tone, so I've got friends and family that it would suit. Then this one is the Creamy Gold. Now this is one of my favorite highlighters from Pixie. This guy is so beautiful and so pigmented, trust me. Like, I can't swatch everything, but I'm gonna swatch anyway, just so you guys can see on my hand. Do you see how glowy it is? Trust me, in person it's even more beautiful. Love it. It's very smooth, it's not chalky, it's not chunky, so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. The next one is also a favorite, is the Delicate Dew. This is the one with the two shades. I'm sure you guys would have seen it in a lot of people's collections, but both colors are absolutely beautiful. They work really well on my skin tone. They give like that glass type of look to the skin, so I'm definitely keeping this one. I absolutely love this, and this is the Glowy Duo in Delicate Dew, so in case anyone was wondering. And then I've got these two that I haven't used yet. I think I've only just swatched them, and these are the collaboration highlighters with From Head to Toe, who is an influencer as well. Comes in this circular packaging. I know I got it recently and I just haven't used it. I've swatched them and they swatch really beautifully, but I've just not used them yet. So this is what they look like. Obviously this one will have more of a pinky undertone, and this one would look really golden on the skin. So I am gonna keep them just because I haven't used them yet, so I can't really say I don't like them or they don't perform. I'm thinking that it would be the same type of quality with this one, so I'm gonna keep all three. And now for my ABH palettes, let's go with these two first. No, actually I've still got one more Pixie palette. So this one is the Pixie X Ratch Loves, and this is their Layers Highlight Palette. I've used this in a few videos and I absolutely love it. That shade is a super pretty topper. These two shades are very beautiful, and if you're a darker complexion you can use this one. This color as well is very beautiful. Like, I kid you not, you know Pixie does really good highlighters. They do really good lip products, eyeshadows, skincare. Like, they've got it all sourced, so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. I actually keep it out of the packaging so I can remember what it actually looks like. So I'm gonna keep this one. Gosh, I feel like I'm speaking double time just to be able to run through these quite quickly. So this one is the ABH Moonchild palette, and I tell you now, I'm keeping all my ABH palettes. Like, I bought every single one with my coin except for this one. One of it was gifted to me by a friend. Other than that, every single ABH palette I've bought myself, so I am keeping them because they're not cheap. And this one is the Moonchild palette. I've used this in several looks. I do like that alien look, and you've got your blues and purple undertones in this palette, so she's not going anywhere. Keeping her. Next one is the Aurora palette, and I know I got this from Feel Unique when I bought something. I think it was when I bought the Jackie Aina palette. Like, that palette I was late to buy as well, and they were doing an offer, so I got this one for free. I haven't used this as much. I have swatched it, but is it this one I got for free or the Dream palette? I can't remember which one, but I know I haven't used this one much. Not many people have great things to say about the Aurora palette. I can't really comment because I haven't really used it, but the colors look super pretty and I am definitely keeping it. No question there. This one must have been the one that I got free from Feel Unique because it looks still brand spanking new, like I haven't used it. I haven't used it. And this one is the Dream palette. Yeah, it is. I haven't even opened it. And this is the first time I'm seeing it actually. It is very beautiful. I mean, in person. It is very beautiful. You've got those pink undertones. Can't really comment much. I haven't used it, but as I said, I'm keeping all my ABH palettes anyway. I just have to remember to use them more often. Now, these two palettes I love, and I know every Tom, Dick and Harry had this in their collection at some point in time, but they are just stunning. Like, ABH just got them sourced. So these are the glow kits, and this one is in Sugar and this one is in Sun Dipped. For my melanin queens and those people that like golds and dark gold, this is definitely for you. If you've got this, you definitely don't need any of the Jeffree Star golden highlighters. So King Tut, Dark Horse, and what's the other one? I can't remember. But if you've got this, you definitely don't need J-Star ones. But these glow kits are stunning, and I'm keeping every single one. I'm gonna put these away so I can get ready for the next batch, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's a lot, but we're getting there. Right, after this lot, we only have one more lot, so whew. Okay, so just gonna write this down. Where do we go first? I'll go with the one in front of me. So this is the e.l.f. highlighting powder in Starlight Glow. Starlight Glow, and I can't remember what this one looks like. Can't remember what she swatches like. It looks quite basic to me. Let's see. Yeah, it is powdery. It is very basic. I'm gonna declutter this one. I don't really recommend this, to be honest. It's not blinding, so she can go. Next one is the ABH So Hollywood highlighter. I use this quite frequently. You can see that it's been loved, it's been used. Again, ABH, definitely not decluttering, so I'm keeping that one. And who remembers these Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duos? Like, I was mad in love with this, and I know everyone wanted this when it came out, and I've got it in shade 2. And as you can see, I've used this so much that it's broken from the pan, but I am gonna keep it. I know it's super old, but I still use it. So beautiful. Right, next is the Bobbi Brown highlighter, and this one is the highlight powder in Bronze Glow. Again, everyone and their mama wanted this, and I had one, I kept it, and I love it, and I still use it sometimes, so keeping that. I've got this highlighter from Ofra, and this is the Samantha March collaboration, and this is what it looks like. This thing is super pretty, very, very blinding, very glass-like look. If you like that type of look, or if you want to use something as a topper just to make it even more blinding, this is definitely your girl. Very pigmented, keeping. And then next I've got the Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration in Champagne Pop. I still use this guy. It's ever so beautiful. Packaging is gorgeous. I am definitely keeping this, but I think I'm going to start taking them out of their packaging because it does take up a lot of space, I've noticed, in my collection, and I'm having to use bigger drawers to store these guys. So I might take it out of the packaging, but again, it's so pretty. I'm just going to swatch it just so that you guys can remember the gorgeousness that is this highlighter. Like, this is when Jaclyn Hill, you know, came out with some blinding stuff. Like, I haven't tried any of her brand stuff and her highlighters. I've heard nothing but good reviews, but if anyone wants to send it to me, I'm happy to receive. But yeah, it is pretty. Thing is, getting Jaclyn's collection here in the UK is just gonna cost me a fortune, so I just, yeah, I'll just salivate from afar, shall I? So I'm keeping that one. Next is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Illuminating Powder in Glee. And I think I have used this a few times. I expected more from this packaging. It feels really, really cheap, really plasticky. I expected it to feel a little nicer, but the compact itself is very, very beautiful. Like, the highlighter itself is super pretty, very, very blinding. So I am going to keep it, but I'll take it out of the packaging because honestly, it's gorgeous to keep it in the packaging, but it's just eating up so much drawer space and I can't carry on. Next one is this Laura Mercier Face Illuminator, and I know everyone wanted this as well when it came out. Oh, I was so lucky to grab it. I had to grab it from the US site, and guys, if you want to know how much I've paid in customs, like, it's enough to build a house, honestly. And this is what it looks like. So pretty. And this one is shade in Indiscretion. Very, very beautiful. Definitely keeping this one. It's one of those OG highlighters. Everyone wanted it and everyone still wants it. I believe it's still being sold, so I'm definitely keeping them. Next, let's talk about my Fenty Beauty highlighters. Now, I have 3. Where is the third one? Let me get the third one just so I can talk about it in one go. So I've got 3. So this one is Trophy Wife, and the thing about Fenty Beauty is I decluttered everything else I have except for the loose eyeshadows that someone gifted me, that a friend gifted me, and these highlight powders. And the reason why I kept these is because they don't break me out. I haven't tried the eye product, but these ones don't break me out. Foundation breaks me out, the primer breaks me out, the eyeshadow palette breaks me out, but these ones don't break me out, and I absolutely love them. And this one is in Trophy Wife. Now, why I still keep this one in its box is because it came broken. The compact doesn't close, so if not, everything's just gonna dig into it. So I need to keep this one in its packaging, but I am gonna keep this one. Such a unique color, Trophy Wife. And then the other one that I've got is Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I believe a friend gifted this one to me as well. I didn't buy this. Super appreciative. I love this as a blush topper. So if I put on an orange blush, I like to pop this on top or pop the purple. And this one, yeah, I'm keeping because it's just beautiful, isn't it? Like, I'm keeping, but I'll just take it out of the packaging, but it is super pretty. And then the other one that I've got as well It's just so sad that the packaging is just not, you know. The other one that I've got is this one, which is Ginger Binge, a Moscow Mule. I've definitely used the life out of this one. I use it quite often because it's just a super pretty, nice flush of color. You can use it as a blush, you can use it as a blush topper, or just as a blush highlighter if you're not really into highlighters. But again, the compact doesn't really close, which is quite sad. So I am gonna have to keep this one in its packaging, and I might as well just keep the other one in its packaging, because at this point, what's the point? This is when I know that my collection is out of order. Like, this is when I know. Now, I've got these two star powders from Gerald Cosmetics, and I promise you I decluttered my star powder collection at some point, but also at some point I must have missed them that much that I repurchased them. So let me see what shades I've got. Right, so I've got Lucy and Marilyn, and I purchased Bridget and Dorothy. Let's see what they look like. Oh my god, girl, you are such a hoarder. And this is what's this one? This is what Dorothy looks like. To be fair, it is quite beautiful. And then this is what Bridget looks like, which is the one that was my least favorite because it's so light. But I am going to keep it. I've decluttered it once before, and it seems to have found its way back into my collection, so it's going to have to stay. The next few are from Jouer, and these three are everything. So this one is the Skinny Dip collection, and this one is in tan lines. And I remember when these came out back in the day, I say back in the day, but just, what, a year or 2 years ago, everyone lost their shit, and I absolutely was one of them. This color, this color, so stunning, beautiful undertone, looks like Flash but better. It's kind of like why I like their packaging as well. It's quite sleek, and I like their formula. So that's tan lines. And then this one is rose gold, and I know one of them is broken, so I need to be careful. One of them broke, and I just, yeah. So this one's fine. This one's more like a rose gold finish, which is very beautiful. So this one must be the one that's broken, and this one is in topaz. The one, I can see it already pouring on my table. Yeah, she's broken, but I love her. Look at her. Smashed, but she's so stunning, so pretty. Like, seriously, so pretty. She's the most beautiful one out of them, but she's broken. But she's so pretty. Yeah, it's broken, so I don't really reach for her as often as I used to, but she is super stunning. So I will keep it because Jouer isn't cheap. Right, so the next one is the ABH collaboration with Amrezy. Yeah, everyone has seen this highlighter palette, this highlighter compact. It is very beautiful. I've used it several times, and it's just such a beautiful gold highlighter. Comes with a compact mirror, and the 3D design of it is just absolutely stunning. Definitely keeping that. And the next couple are my MAC highlighters, and I already know there's some I'm just keeping because they're limited edition and they're just collector's items. I'm not using them, and I have no plans to use them because they're that trash. This one is the, what's this one? Freshen Up highlighter. So it's called a highlight powder, but this thing doesn't highlight anybody, and everyone has said it's just a wasteful thing. Like, it doesn't highlight anything, but it's beautiful in the packaging, and as I said, it is a collector's item, so I'm just keeping it just to have it. I'm not using it or expecting anything from it. Same thing to do with the MAC Trolls collaboration or collection, and this one is in Glow Rider, and this one is actually advertised as a beauty powder, but again, doesn't do anything. Like, you would think with the way it looks that it would do something, but it's so hard pressed that you're like, sis, where you at? Yeah, like, nah. But just because it's Trolls, I'm just keeping it as a collector's item. It's gonna be at the back of my drawer, so keeping that one. But then this one is beautiful. This one is in Beaming Blush, and it's the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. Oh, the undertone of this is so beautiful. It's like rose gold undertone. Oh, absolutely stunning. Definitely keeping that one. Next one is in Soft and Gentle. Everyone knows what Soft and Gentle looks like. I've used this a few times, but I'm not as like excited to use it like when I first got it, just because it isn't as smooth as I'd like it to be, but it is a good highlighter and I'm keeping that. Again, they're marketed as skin finishes, but obviously they're highlighters. And then this one is very unique, and this one is in Soft Frost, and this one has like a purple undertone to it, which is absolutely stunning. So keeping that one. And then I've got my limited edition Oh Darling highlighter, which I am going to keep in its packaging because... Right, so I was saying before my camera cut off that I am going to keep it in its packaging just because it is limited edition. But we all know what Oh Darling looks like. I've used it a lot. I love the pigmentation. I love the quality. I still reach for it. Probably not as much as I should, but I love this highlighter and I am definitely keeping her in packaging as well. And these two are from Revolution, and they came out with 3 highlighters. I should have one more. Let me just grab that one. Right, so they came out with these 3 highlighters. I do have a review on my YouTube channel, and this was released with their glass collection. And obviously there's some controversy behind these highlighters because Manny MUA came out with allegations against Revolution that Revolution somehow copied his packaging. And so as a result, Revolution just basically, they've taken down these products, so you cannot purchase them. They're not available. I did get them in PR, and do you know what? I had my review, I posted it, and on that same day, Manny comes out with his video with the allegations to Revolution, and literally I went, shit, my video is gonna suck. And it does suck. Like, people are not watching it, because what's the point of watching a review of a product that you can't buy? The collection obviously comes out with lip gloss, eyeshadow palettes, glass fix spray. You've also got primer. But the 3 highlighters were, to me, the pièce de résistance, like the icing on the cake. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous, and the colors are beautiful. Like, this would have been my silver to go to, but obviously I can't use it now. At least I can't use them in videos, so I'm between a rock and a hard place. I'm not sure if it's worth keeping them. They are absolutely stunning. If you guys watch that review, you'll see the swatches, you'll see everything. They are stunning, but because I can't purchase them, or you guys can't purchase them, I wouldn't be able to use them in videos. But I can keep them and enjoy them for my own personal collection, because they're discontinued. You will never be able to purchase them, at least not in this component. Makeup Revolution may come out with the same formula in another packaging, but in this packaging you won't be able to buy them. So I will keep them, and I'll actually keep them in their boxes just so that I remember what it looked like. And the last item from this round is from the Makeup Academy release, the Glow collection, and this is supposed to be like a roll-on shimmer product for your face and your body. I have used this before and it is super pretty. As you guys can see how gorgeous it is. So it's great for precise application. I am definitely going to keep it because it's the only product like this that I have in my collection. The formula is dry. It's like just your loose highlighter but in a packaging like this. So I'm going to keep this because of how precise it is in terms of application. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away just so that I can bring out the last round of products. Well, if you made it this far, then you are the real MVP, and I really just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I'm doing a giveaway and there are going to be 2 winners. One person is going to win my collaboration highlighter with Double Down Cosmetics in the Confidence, brand new, unopened, and one person is going to win Double Down Cosmetics the Equation. If you follow me for a while, you know that these 2 highlighters are my jam. They pull on my heartstrings. The Equation is the first highlighter from Double Down that I actually reviewed. I love it. I've tested it and I just love their formula. Unfortunately, this giveaway is only going to be UK only. So the rules, as I said, there's going to be 2 winners. All you have to do is comment down below in the comment box which highlighter in the whole collection that I showed you guys is your favorite, or one that you haven't tested. Just something to do with any of the highlighters that I've shown. You cannot comment about the Double Down Medeaij and the Double Down Equation, any other highlighter I showed in the collection, just so that I know that you've watched it and you are actually paying attention. So you can structure your comment to say great video, whatever the case may be, and then just talk about a highlighter that I showcased in the video. You have to be subscribed and you just have to thumbs up this video. That is all. So subscribe, thumbs up, and comment about any of the highlighters that I showed in the video, and except for these 2 highlighters, okay? And the giveaway will run roughly about a week. Obviously I can't ship anything now until the coronavirus is over, but I will pick 2 random winners and let you know that you've won the collaboration highlighters. As you can clearly see, I do have them in my hand, so I will post them once Rona decides to get lost. So enjoy the watching. Right, so this is the last round of products, so let's just jump right in. First is this Black Op Sublime Powder in shade 2, and I remember this is the one of the very first highlighter products that I ever purchased. So this thing is super old. I don't know if it still is usable, but it's so old, but it's still so pretty. I'm gonna keep it just for sentimental reasons, because I believe it's actually the first expensive makeup item that I purchased. I want to believe that, so I'm just going to keep it for sentimental reasons. I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't plan on using it. The next is the Mariah Carey collection with MAC, and this one is in My Mimi, and this is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in My Mimi with MAC. Remember when this came out and it was everything, photographs were on point. It's still such a very beautiful highlighter, and I love the face press in the compact. Definitely keeping. Where do we go? Morphe. So I've used this recently in a video. I actually just got this from Morphe not too long ago, and this is such a beautiful highlight. Very smooth, very pigmented. I'm sure to you guys at this point all the swatches look the same, but trust me when I say it is very good quality. So I am definitely keeping that one. Next is the OG of all OGs. Actually, now that I think about it, do you know what? I can't remember the first highlighter powder that I bought. Probably decluttered it by now. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Gold Deposit. I know this is my most used highlighter powder or compact or whatever you want to call it. It's my most used highlighter product. The packaging is falling apart and the highlighter is, you can see that there's a massive like dent in the middle. I've used it a lot. I love it. Gold Deposit will always be an OG, that bitch type of product, so definitely keeping. It's actually one of the highlighters I would repurchase if I ever finished it. Like, I would definitely repurchase it. Next one is the third one of these, and this is the Molten Bronze highlighter. This is the compact version of the loose highlighter I showed you guys in the beginning. This one actually I have used in a video, and it is super pretty. It does have like a red undertone, but again, just like its counterparts, it's too powdery. It's not blinding. There's no shine to it. It is super pretty in the compact, but that's about it. So we're not keeping stuff because of pretty. We actually do want to use them, so I am going to declutter this. This is good for someone who just wants a light wash of color. Actually, it might look good as a blush, now that I think about it. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile because I might use it as a blush, and I don't have that many blushes anymore, so we'll see. Where do we go? The next one is this one, and this is from B Cosmetics. B Cosmetics is Superdrug owned makeup brand, and I bought this to do a drugstore video, which I did back then, and it is super pretty. I love the segmentation of these shades, and then when you swirl it around and you get like a unique color. But I will swatch this gold part just so that you guys can see. And then if I swirl my finger around, you do get a really unique color. Again, it isn't like crazy blinding, but it is beautiful. And I don't have, I believe this is the only B Cosmetics highlighter that I have, so I am going to keep it just for the purpose of videos. So next one is this Kiko Milano. It's actually an eyeshadow, but if you guys know what this is, like, comment down below what shade you think this one is. So this is the infamous OG 233 shade, the one that everyone at some point was using as a highlighter. I also used it as a highlighter, and I still use it as a highlighter because she's gorgeous. At some point people were likening her to the Fenty Beauty trophy wife because of how gold and gorgeous it is. I still use it as a highlighter from time to time, so I am gonna keep it. Literally, it is gorgeous, and if anything, I'll just use it as an eyeshadow instead of as a highlighter. We're not really decluttering much this round, are we? Okay, let's see. Right, so the next item is this Tarte Cosmetics Rainbow Highlighter, and I remember when I purchased this one, I was really just getting into like rainbow, weird looking, cool tone looks, you know. Loads of darker skin girls don't really like experimenting with the whites and the purples and the greens, but I like my colored highlighters. So this one is called Spellbound Glow, and this is what it looks like. It's so pretty, and I remember when this came out, there was a full craze of rainbow colored highlighters, and everyone was going crazy making their own with eyeshadow, and it was crazy. But this one is so pretty. The only thing I ever hated about it was the fact that the packaging moves, but if you can get over that and just enjoy how beautiful the highlighter is, then it is worth the money. But still, you know, that really pisses me off. But again, collector in me, I'm actually going to keep it. I'm not going to put it in the packaging, but I am going to keep her. And then next is the MAC Bao 1 highlighter, and this one is in Summer Opal. Now I remember this, I think I reviewed this actually on my channel, but there's nothing to write home about this highlighter. I'm only keeping it for collection purposes. It's not blinding, it never was, it never will be, and it's just as dull as ever. Like, where'd it go? Where is it? Where is it? You know? So this one, just like the other MAC limited edition ones, it's a collector's items. This actually is one of the reasons why I stopped buying the MAC limited edition collections, because it just became very, very underwhelming and the quality was just eh, and you were paying more for limited edition stuff. Next is the Balm Mary Lou Manizer highlighter, illuminating, I don't know, I'm tired. This one, Mary Lou Manizer, gotcha. And this is this one. There was a massive craze as well when these came out. I did get some use out of this. It is beautiful, but I think highlighters have definitely progressed from this kind of like matte looking finish to a more blinding, glowing finish. But just like the Tarte one, I don't really have anything from the Balm, so I am gonna keep this. I'm gonna take it out of the packaging, and I am gonna hang on to it just for the purpose of videos. I don't really reach for it, but who knows? The Balm might send me some products and I want to do a full face of the Balm. Who knows? Next, where do we go? These are all the ones that we have to look at. So, right, so this one is one of my prized possessions. This is the Dior, what's this one? Dior Nude Luminizer. And comes with a bougie little pouch, and it's a bougie little brush that no one uses, but it is super soft and compact. Is very, very beautiful. Comes with a mirror, and you can see nude. I have used this a few times. I normally break it out for special occasions just because it is just soft. It's just soft and beautiful. It isn't anything too over the top. It's just like a touch of class type of highlighter, so no question there. I'm keeping it, and I'm keeping it in its bougie little pouch. Yep, with the brush. Next is this NARS blush, and this is Orgasm. I got this tester because I didn't want to commit to buying the full sized, and so I just got the tester thinking I'll try it out. If I like it, then I'll purchase the full size. I never purchased the full size because I didn't really find it that interesting. It is a blush, but I thought it would work more as a highlighter. I'm actually gonna chuck this because I didn't really find it interesting, or maybe I'll just give it to someone. I don't know. I'll put it in the declutter pile and I'll decide what I'm going to do with it, but it was very, very underwhelming for me, and so I never ended up purchasing it. And I know a lot of people love that blush, that they literally rave about it, but for me it was just there. This one is another highlighter from Ofra, and this one is in Rodeo Drive. Very beautiful. I've used this in a video as well. We know Ofra does blinding highlights, so this one has a good gold undertone and I absolutely love it. This one is from Wonder 2, and this is their Caviar Illuminator. It's one of those like bubble type of illuminators, the ones that have like cushion and you press it and it compresses all the bubbles and then it gives you the highlight. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. And I'm gonna declutter it. I don't use it. I don't find it interesting. No. Go. Next is this MAC This one is the Nutcracker collection. And so this one is the Nutcracker Sweet Copper Face Compact. And I don't know why I don't use this anymore. There was a time in my life when I used this for every single look. That color is a gorgeous blush, but also can be used to contour if you do it quite softly. It is very, very beautiful. I don't know how much of it will come out on my hand, but as you guys can see, such a beautiful shade, and the highlighter is just as beautiful as well. So I do love this. I am gonna keep this, and I need to put it in my blush drawer because it is super, super pretty. I would actually reach more for the blush than the actual highlighter, so I'm gonna definitely keep that. This is a liquid gold illuminator from Bella Pierre, and this one is in shade white gold. Have I used this? Probably have used it. I mean, it's a good liquid illuminator. Bella Pierre makes really, really good products, so I'll keep it. You know, can mix it in with my foundation. You can never have enough illuminators anyway. And then the next one is from Lancome, and this is the custom highlight drops. Again, just like the Bella Pierre one, on the base illuminator. I would never use it on top of my makeup. I would always use it underneath my foundation or mixed into my foundation, so I'm gonna keep that. Same for the Mary Kay illuminating drops. I have used this once. It is quite nice. I have nothing terrible to say about it, and this is in shade Golden Horizon. It's quite nice. And I also love the fact that Mary Kay have expiry dates at the bottom of their products. So this one's going to expire next year, so I'm going to keep it. Another one from Bella Pierre, and this one is in rose gold. Going to keep that one. And this one is from Revlon. I've actually used this before, and I absolutely do love it. And this is the Color Stay Endless Glow, and this is shade Rose Quartz. Love the applicator as well. Nice fat doe foot applicator. Definitely keeping. And then this one is just like the gold version of the roll-on illuminator that I showed you guys from MUA Academy. So this is their roll-on shimmer, and this one is in shade, what shade is this? Moroccan Spice. Same with the blue one in shade, what shade is this one? Tropical Azure. I'm gonna keep both of them because they're just handy to have. And then this one and this one is from Wet n Wild. Again, I was gifted this by the lovely lady who sent me the other Wet n Wild highlighters. This compact is so beautiful. Like, the design pressed on it is absolutely stunning, and it has a blue undertone. I don't have that many highlighters with a blue undertone. I have more of the purple undertone than blue undertone, so for that purpose I'm definitely going to keep this. And I'm definitely going to keep this one because this one is straight out blue highlighter, so for when I do my crazy alien type of looks, it's nice to have a blue highlighter. And then these four are actually from Becca, and these are the Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I'm pretty sure they'll be bad by now because I've had them for such a long time. Yeah, they smell chemically. Let me smell the others. Yeah, I'm gonna declutter them. I've had them for such a long time and I've just not used them. Yeah, they smell off, but these are really useful, I guess, if you like specific. I mean, who am I kidding? Who's gonna use these? No one uses them unless if you're a makeup artist really and you want to give like that touch of glow either on top or underneath the makeup. If you're interested, this one is called Pearl. This one is called Champagne Pop. This one is Opal. This one is Opal as well. Clearly didn't use it because I have it twice, but I'm going to declutter these ones. And the last item is from Vegas Nate. Again, it came in that collection with the highlighter, the eyeshadow, the lipstick, and this one is the Crystal Shimmer Pigment in Candlelight. I do use it as a highlighter. I have used it before. It is quite grainy. It isn't smooth, so I'll probably just keep it as a pigment as opposed to trying to use it as a highlighter. But it is pretty, so yeah. Right, so that is all the products. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to count, no, actually, I'm going to put these away first, and then we're going to go through the maybe pile, and then we're going to count how many I'm decluttering and how many I actually am keeping. Till now, I still don't know how many I have altogether, so that'll also be interesting to count. So, yeah, bear with me one second. Right, so altogether I had 167 highlighters, illuminators, shimmers, whatever it is you want to call it. I had 167. Actually, to be honest, I thought I had over 200. I started counting it, and then I had finished counting one drawer and it was over 100, and I hadn't even reached the second drawer, so I just assumed it would be over 200. I am a little bit relieved that I haven't gone that crazy, but 167 is still a lot. So let's go through the maybe piles to see what we are chucking or what we are keeping. So I did contemplate keeping this as a blush. Let me have another look. No, I'm gonna declutter this one. The Bella Pierre Glow highlighters was another one I was considering. I think I'm gonna keep them. Like, this one sold me. This one kind of like has a green undertone to it, if you guys can see. I'm gonna keep them for now. Just because I haven't really had a chance to really use them in videos or play with them, so I am gonna keep these two. Oh, sorry. I am gonna keep this two. Do you know what, to be honest, I'm actually even proud of myself that I even decluttered anything. I wasn't expecting to declutter anything. So I'm gonna keep these two, and then thinking about it, just because I am a JS collector, I do love his formula. In as much as they don't really work for me, I am going to... Dark Horse is quite dark. So Fucking Gold isn't really... Dark Horse... Oh, So Fucking Gold. What am I going to do with them? I am going to keep them for now. I'm going to see how far I get with Halloween looks. If I use Dark Horse in a Halloween look, then I'll keep it forever. This is me trying to rationalize it in my head, but I'm just gonna keep it for now, just because I'm such a hoarder and I spent so much money on these products. You know, it's just kind of difficult to just chuck them. I don't know anyone dark enough to gift them to, and to be honest, a lot of people hate JS, so I think I might just be sealing my own coffin by trying to give it away. So I'm gonna keep them, and I'm gonna declutter these. So let's count how many items I'm actually decluttering. So I am decluttering 28 altogether, which means I am keeping 141 items. No, 167. Oh, which means I am keeping 139 items. So I'm decluttering 28. It's actually more than I thought I would declutter, so I am really proud of myself. But yeah, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found a couple of favorites or a couple of new items to check out. I will leave the playlist for the eyeshadow collection video and my blush and bronzer collection video in the description box below, including any discount codes that I have or that I find. I will leave them in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, God doesn't like ugly, so please be nice to someone today. Give this video a big thumbs up because it was freaking hard to do. And like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you guys in a future video. Bye.